Hello and welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that affects so many people but is often dealt with in private, piles and ulcers. We're going to walk through a doctor's guide for finding safe relief right at home. And just as importantly, we'll cover how to know when it's time to see a professional. Okay, let's get right into it.
And that's really the heart of the matter, isn't it? These things are, they're sensitive topics. We don't always want to talk about them, but because they're so common, it's really important that we do. Our goal today is to give you safe, practical information so you can make the best choices for your own health.
All right, so first things first, before we can even begin to talk about relief, we've got to understand what's actually happening in our bodies. It's so crucial to know the difference between these two conditions because, believe me, what works for one could actually make the other one worse. Okay, let's break this down. On one side, you've got piles, which are also called hemorrhoids. Just think of them as swollen veins right around the anus. They're usually caused by too much pressure, from things like constipation, straining when you go to the toilet, or even sitting for really long periods. Then, on the other side, we have peptic ulcers. Now, these are totally different. They're actual sores, like a wound in the lining of your stomach or your small intestine. And most of the time, they're caused by a specific bacterial infection, H. pylori, or from using certain painkillers for a long time. So you see, they are two completely different issues, and they need completely different kinds of care. So now that we're clear on what's what, let's talk about a safe daily routine. Look, this isn't about some miracle cure. It's all about creating the right environment for your body to heal itself and just to make you more comfortable when you're dealing with milder symptoms. Let's go through this step by step. Number 1, start your day with a glass of warm water and then have a gentle, high-fiber breakfast. This just helps wake up your digestive system without any stress. Number 2, keep drinking water all day long and remember to get up and move around. This is absolutely key for preventing constipation. Number 3, and this is especially for piles, after using the toilet, a quick sitz bath, which is just sitting in a shallow bowl of warm water or even a gentle rinse, is so much more soothing than just using dry toilet paper. And finally, number 4, make your evening meal light and easy to digest, then get some proper rest. It lets your body do its repair work. See? These simple, consistent steps can be really, really powerful. All right, let's move on to one of the best tools we all have access to, our food. That's right, your kitchen can actually be like your own personal pharmacy. The right Nigerian foods can either add that gentle fiber you need or help soothe an already irritated stomach. So for piles, the main goal is super simple. Make your stool softer so you don't have to strain. And your best friend for that is fiber. Just look at this list: a fada rice, beans or ewa, leafy greens like ugu, okra, right pawpaw. These are foods many of us eat all the time. When you eat these along with plenty of water, it just makes everything move along much more easily and takes that pressure off. Now, when it comes to ulcers, we have to think differently. The goal here is to be as gentle as possible and avoid anything that will irritate that sore. Pap, also known as ogi or akamu, is perfect because it's so soft and easy to digest. Ripe bananas can also be very soothing. Things like light vegetable soups, fish, and lean chicken give you the nutrients you need without causing any trouble. It's not just about what you eat, it's also about what you don't eat. So you're going to want to stay away from really spicy foods or anything that's heavily fried. Okay, we really need to shift gears and talk about something very, very important. I need you to listen closely here because we're about to discuss traditional herbal mixtures. This is the big question, right? What about agbo? So many people turn to herbal concoctions for relief, especially for symptoms that get lumped under the term jetty, which often includes piles. It's an incredibly common practice, but we have to stop and ask the real question, is it actually safe? And this right here is the single most important message. We have to get this into our heads. Just because something grows from the ground, just because it's natural, does not mean it's safe, especially when the doses are a complete mystery and the recipes change from one seller to the next. Let's not guess, let's look at the actual science. This table shows the results of a safety study done on a specific agbo mixture for hemorrhoids. Scientists gave it to lab rats to see what would happen. And what did they find? Well, at higher doses, they started seeing signs of toxicity. We're talking about damage that could potentially affect your genes and even your ability to have healthy children. Now, this doesn't prove that every single herbal mix out there is bad, but it is a huge red flag. It tells us that these unregulated remedies can carry very real risks, especially if you use them for a long time. This brings us to what is probably the most critical part of this entire discussion. At this point, I want you to forget about home remedies for a minute. These are the signs that mean you need to get to a hospital immediately. This part is not up for debate.
Please, take a picture of this with your phone, write it down, share it with your family. For piles, if you have heavy bleeding that won't stop, if your stool looks black like tar, or if you're in severe, unbearable pain, you go to the hospital. For ulcers, if you are vomiting blood, if you have a sudden and very sharp pain in your stomach, or if you feel dizzy like you're going to faint, that is an emergency. These are signs that something serious is happening, like bleeding inside or a tear in your stomach. Don't wait.
Now, to help you stay on top of things, here's a really simple but powerful tool you can use: a health notebook. It's easy. Just write down the date, what you ate that day, and then describe how you were feeling. What was your pain like? Was there any bleeding? Also, write down any remedy you used. Doing this helps you spot patterns, and when you do see a doctor, this little notebook gives them so much valuable information to help you properly. So here's the bottom line. The smartest, safest way forward is to combine sensible care at home with professional medical advice. You now have the tools to manage mild symptoms safely, and most importantly, you know the warning signs to watch out for. So the real question is, are you ready to stop guessing and start truly listening to the signals your body is sending you?